water rights. One of the most important issues right now, as far as water, you know, San Carlos Reservation has always had. Whenever there's a wildfire, we don't have water reserve. We don't have that. There's not enough water there. And right now, the drinking water is something that is of major concern. What is happening right now is that there is an upgrade as far as with fiber optics that will be put that will better at least the communication and all that. But the water, just like you mentioned, because you just happened to mention John McCain and water at the same sentence, it is something that it is much needed right now. I know that the federal government has there's land that was granted. A lot of people don't know this, but there is land that was granted from the federal government towards the San Carlos Reservation of, I think it's in Reno and in West Texas here, for development. Now, all of this comes out at the very same time that there's a lot of attention on the grounds what is Oak Flats. Now, they're saying that Oak Flats is not sacred ground whatsoever, that there is no sacred ground there in Oak Flats. Even these things are being said by even residents from the San Carlos Reservation. I saw at least one post like that, and I was thinking, what the heck? What's that for? You know. But it's almost about 300 tribal members from different communities, from the Chippewa, the Navajo, the Lumbee, the Paiute, the Havasupai, the Lipan Apache band of Texas, because they're different kind of Apache groups. And here in Texas, there are two groups that represent the Lipan Apache. Aside from our Eagle clan, there's other two groups that are out there. We have all come together and have formed and have joined this corporation, which is under the Chiricahua Inde community. You know, it is the nation. It is a 501c that is under and registered in Arizona to deal with a lot of the projects that we have, and also the issues like this. So, actually, in communication with the chairman of that, and of course the chairman, Terry Rambler, he's the chairman of the San Carlos tribal community of San Carlos, but Charles, is the chairman of the. I'm hearing some noise. I don't know if that's you.
It's me. My Facebook's going cuckoo.
Oh, okay.
I hope
ding,
it's good. Ding.
Well, there is the Chiricahua Inde Nation as the corporation, and there's a website that they asked me to pretty much let the word know that it is more the water right now is very important, because it's hot in Arizona, like many people know. It's hot in Arizona. There's the elders, there's the children, that there's people just like you and I that deserve to have better quality of life as far as the clear water for consuming. And
absolutely.
That is one of the concerns. And as far as the Oak Flat issues, and that there's going to be another gathering around September. There's a march in Washington, and one of the spokesmen, Michael Paul Hill, I know that he went to British Columbia, and ever since, Linda, that he's gone out there, I haven't had an opportunity to communicate with him in order to help broadcast what he has to say in regards to that. That's one of our community leaders that is out there making this whole big trip. He's gone to the United Nations too, and it's all a big effort right now.
Well, whatever you guys are doing, you're doing it right, because you have gotten the attention of Anonymous, and when you get the attention of Anonymous, you that's a big that's a big door opener. I just saw something the other day. I think it was you that posted it, and they are standing with the indigenous people on this matter, and I think it's fantastic. Strength in numbers, and keep it up. That's all I.
We did receive 2 communications from a group called Anonymous, and they expressed their support to the San Carlos Reservation, and also they requested that Mr. John McCain communicates in a friendly way. In fact, I'll tell you this, that it was an interesting communication that I was not expecting. And when I saw that it came amongst the groups and very quickly spread amongst the groups, I was just wondering about the Anonymous, because I heard something about them, but I never expected to receive something like that so directly, message so directly to the community like that. And it was something that we were just wondering what was going on, and of course, obviously, the Anonymous group. It was it left us a little speechless, because we never expected something like that, and it still leaves a little speechless when it comes, because we just wonder about Anonymous. And then when we saw who they are, and it was just amazing how the word goes out, and how it lands on different ears. And I know that somebody had taken notice of this, and we've had a lot of things that have happened to us too. Our servers went down. My Facebook was cut off. I mean, a lot of things. So there's like a big issue, a big battle that it's happening that we're not quite sure. But I do know that we have spoken very directly about the government, but in a good way, because we don't talk about things that people don't already know.
Well, that's true.
People,
well,
yeah.
Some people don't, though. I mean, really, there are some people I've talked to, and they're like, what is that? Not all. I mean, obviously you, me, and some of our people that we know are definitely awake and aware, but there are people out there that I guess would choose to have their heads buried in the sand. So with that being said, you guys keep up the good work on that. You're doing great.
Yeah. There's a lot of interest to see where actually this is going, and even more because this is a deal done with Iran, and this is the deal done with the Iran with a specific person that has expressed no sympathy towards the United States. So actually, it is something that we don't know where all this could lead to, and to my surprise, coming from John McCain, it's like a two-faced thing. It's like that's a big sign of hypocrisy from a man that not so long ago was bomb Iran, and here he is giving something like in a silver platter. Big question, mark right there. And you wonder, do people actually, especially his voters, are actually looking at this? That's what we wonder. But it's none of our problem anymore, because whatever was signed or whatever was agreed to is already out there, and like you said, people like Anonymous have already taken note of this, because it really does piss off a lot of people, not just Apache, not just the Native American. It really bothers a lot of people, because how desperate can we be in an act just to get money? I know that we're not in the best economically good position, but how low can we get into doing something like that, and to messing around with sacred grounds just for maybe to make a product that is just intentionally to kill other people, like making bullets and all that stuff. I mean, come on.
Well, I believe that the white man has many hard lessons to learn on that topic. And when you go and you tamper, you know this, being a paranormal investigator, I know myself going on investigations, and I research the land, and I find out that there are, either sacred burial ground, Native American sacred burial ground, or anything like that, you're opening up something that you're going to regret. And unfortunately, the greed that goes into this is just incredible. Money, I believe, is the root of all evil. And in the end, I always tell people, you can't drink oil. You know what I mean? You can't drink natural gas or precious minerals. You have to, let the land serve you, but also serve the land and treat it with respect. And that's something that these politicians and the corporations fail to see. And one day Mother Nature will humble them, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's correct.
But like I said, keep up the good work. You guys are doing good things, and I'm really glad you kind of elaborated a little bit with me on this subject so that now my listening audience, a lot of my listening audience in the chat room is saying that they've had some idea about what was going on, but others didn't. So it's actually a good thing that we touched base on this a little bit. But I do want to shift gears, if you don't mind, and let's talk paranormal stuff. Do you mind, Tony?
Sure. Oh yeah, I'm open, and I'm here ready to talk about anything that you want to. I'm very honored to be here on your show.
Oh, well, bless your heart. I'm honored to have you, and you are quite the paranormal investigator. You've done several investigations, both where you're at. You've done the Gadson Hotel in Arizona. Luckily, you and I were smart enough and knew better not to go to the Tombstone one. But
yeah. That was beyond paranormal. That was stupid.
Thank you. No, I know, and I kind of sat there going, I'm not a psychic, and I know this doesn't sit right with me. I'm not paying any money. I'm not going. Never mind. I'll go there on my own. I'll go there myself and do it myself. I won't join any team to do it. But I want to talk about the Gadson Inn. You've been there twice now, or 3 times?
I've been there twice, and possibility of going there on a 3rd trip. But I've been there twice, yes.
And how was that experience? I know the first time was a little negative, in my opinion.
The first time that we went there to do a lockdown that was announced for the month of October, Halloween of October of last year. And it was supposedly a charity for the Wounded Warrior Project, and that when we got to the place, there was no Wounded Warrior Project present. They didn't even know about this event. So when we got there, it was pretty much in an awkward way because of what took us there. But we had the intention of doing the chat room show live from this place and listening to the ghost stories of this place. But that went well. The part that we were to do went okay, and we worked pretty much with who was the management of the hotel at that time, because now it has a new manager. And the DJ Mata, if you're listening to us, you did an awesome job over there with the decoration and all that stuff. We did have a good time, but we had a good time under weird circumstances, because that event was produced by Dark Side Entertainment. And
say no more.
That was.
You could say plenty. I don't care. There's no censorship on my show. No, that's the same entertainment agency that tried to do the Tombstone one that so many people got ripped off with, right?
That was the same entertainment group that scammed people in Tombstone. Yes, they happened to do the same thing in Douglas, Arizona, but. In this event that I went to Douglas, Arizona, I was the only one that was announced to go. So it pretty much, it took me. It was in fact, I believe, the first event that they were doing in the year from a series of events that they had planned out for this year. And so the Gadson Hotel was the first. I'm thinking it was the first. I'm not sure, because a lot of shows have been on air, and I have not been on air on any other station but this one.